Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Pyre. You're here with Rain Lefebvre, otherwise known as DraxxKraven, with a heavy heart, who must leave Captain Jodariel behind. I hope things work out well for her. Now, if you'll note, by reading the Book of Rites, it explains that these rites only take place every is it winter solstice or summer solstice? Only during the solstices. Good morning, my boy. The place I noted earlier. Let me illuminate the way. Moonlight alcove. Await the next cycle of the rites here. Huh, almost looks like a settlement. I wonder how many generations of Nightwings took refuge here after the liberation. Volfred leads all of you into a calm and quiet clearing, tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about you see a variety of strange items and equipment. Ooh, who wants to chat? Volfred. He seems to have something on his mind. You find Volfred seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you. Greetings, reader. This wagon and I weave many memories together, and I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you given your role. If there's something that you wish to know, you need but ask. What did he do to earn his sentence? I don't think that's important. How he knows the Lone Minstrel? I'm pretty sure the Lone Minstrel comes with the wagon. If he doesn't, then he must have been up here at the Fall of Solium, and I guess they got to be known. Has to be excused. What I want to know is why the Nightwings disbanded. Volfred, you must have had a good reason to do something so cruel. You express interest in knowing more of how the Nightwings came to be here, and Volfred's past connection to the group. I have been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me, in a manner as I understand quite like how Hedwyn and the others found you. Back then it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile named Arisa and another known as Oralek. A former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Volfred and Oralek. Oralek. A former exile of the Nightwings. No, nothing much more to report. Once in a while we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He's rather older than he looks. The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given rite. But there was a terrible accident. Arisa, we lost her, and Oralek, my friend, he fell from Mount Alodiel. We lost him as well. On the night when he was to be free. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blamed the rites themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this, it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiments. I had the black wagon cleared and buried, such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwings would rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership, and towards a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my boy. Jeez. What did you do to earn your sentence? Rather forward of you, my boy. Most whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile. Nonetheless, I am happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press? An illegal invention allowing written materials to be published at an extraordinary rate. In 617 AS, the Commonwealth was under siege from within as anti-theocratic propaganda quickly spread. I owned and operated one. I took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the interminable wars against the High-Wing remnants. I spread the truth about it all with my machine. Under a pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while, but not for long enough. Here in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings, who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours. Anyway, that's the long and short of it. Now then, is there anything else? Alright, Minstrel? Is he? What connection? Question? Tariq was there with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen. Although he is somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, if you can believe that. I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Rights and the Nightwings. I tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it. Though it's plain that he's not from around here. This being the downside, I respect his wishes for privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know much of him, I would count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tiza were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well. Anyway, is there anything else you wish to know? No, I'm satisfied. Thank you, Volfred. Likewise to you, reader. Be well. That's that. Bide your time. Everyone, the amenities are modest here at the Moonlight Alcove, but I suggest you get comfortable. We may be here for some time. As for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It shall be ready by when you need it next. From the mountaintop, you can see all across the downside. It's an impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs that you may never see another land beside it. Ouch. And so you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. Then you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom one by one. Many moons pass, but then one evening... May I have a moment, reader? The lone minstrel finds you poring over the Book of Rites, as has been your leaning through your stay at this abode. Begging your pardon, but there is something you may wish to see. Please follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, reader, sir. The stars shine like you have never seen. Once more, the path toward salvation is revealed, but something is different. The stars shine once more. Seek now your destination. Triesta the Silver Star, Jomura the Dusk Star, and Melith the Bog Star. 3 stars are alight. Each prior time you searched the stars, they showed you a single path, but now several rites avail themselves to you at once. Choose your path towards salvation. Triesta has us face the Accusers, led by Lendl the Liar. The Pyre Hearts of Sir Deluge and Melith the Bog Star. And Jomura the Dusk Star, we will face Udmilde. Over the Spring of Jomura. I would prefer, given the option, to face Lendl at the Nest of Triesta. I find that our chances there will be greater than in any other. The Accusers are not exactly gifted with wings, you know, whereas I have 2 people who can fly. The stars urge that we go to the Nest of Triesta. Long way off. Volfred, sir, how are we to reach the Nest of Triesta in due course of time? You know full well, Tanik. The preparations are complete. You think you see the lone minstrel smile, ever faintly, but cannot be sure. Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time. As you will, sir. The cycle begins anew. As the years advanced, you'll find there ought be fewer rites. This time, until once more we are to traverse Scribe's Gate. Exactly how many? It is difficult to say. But our next chance at liberty ought present itself much sooner than before, so let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, reader. Your companions have not traveled far from Moonlight Alcove. Word of the news soon spreads throughout the group. Continue the journey. Next morning, Volfred calls everyone together before the Black Wagon. This old wagon is more than it appears. With Bertrude's aid, it escorted you across the sea, to me. Now it shall escort us anywhere the stars require. See. Volfred beckons you to join him in the wagon. Step inside. Something has changed about the wagon's interior. What looked before to be old cracks and signs of age now expose various intricate components once hidden from view. You are the Nightwings. You should travel in their customary way. He turns to you, indicating levers and devices marked with symbols from the book. Now, reader, whenever you're ready, you may take us up. I will show you how. And everyone else, hang on to something. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got our airship. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, my cursor freaks out during all airship activity, so I'll have to fly using the arrow keys. After having soared into the sky, the black one remains aloft somehow. I don't know what Tizo is saying. By the scribes. Now we're talking. The Nightwings sail the skies again, wheresoever the stars may call for them. There's one catch. The downside provides a few locales suitable for landing, though we should be able to find at least a couple landing places near to where we're going, and we'll make it by land or sea toward our destination. Now, without further ado, let us proceed. The black wagon can fly. Seek landings near the nest of Trieste. Sweet. Woo! The unmistakable remains of Sylvia's horse-headed, which protrude from ash and fire there below. Some have taken it to be the work of a sculpture reader. The tale of a titan felled by St. Trieste Tithys. This is more unbelievable than the thought that some daring exiles over many years carved the titan's visage out of stone. Be that as it may, the climate and cliffs are home now to exiled harps, such as the Essence, whom you faced here when you first arrived. Even they do not know all the locale's significance. But we can land at Black Shore and high wing thingy. Oh, I freed up the cursor. Tizo seems enthusiastic about the prospect of taking this route, whereas Ruki spots a convenient landing spot where you should be able to pursue your vocations. I do like my vocations. I will land here to take my vocations. The wagon touches down in Black Basin, where you first met Volfred and Pamitha as well. You briefly wondered what might have happened had your paths never crossed. A full inspection of the wagon is already underway by the time you join the rest of the group. Faye takes care to realign each set of stabilizers, needing little help from you. Meanwhile, Tizo greases any intakes that sealed shut during the flight. You soon run into Volfred, who has further details to report. Systems are nominal. This wagon's fit to journey onward at dawn's light. The group disperses then, some taking time for rest, while others attend to personal pursuits. You should have enough time to do the same. The Beyonder Crystal seeks headwind. Hello, Sir Gilman. He seems to have something on his mind. Sir Gilman is shivering there after the Black Wagon's maiden voyage across the skies. Master Reader, this knight is very, very slightly out of sorts is all. He merely appears terrified, but he assures you that his seeming cowardice is but an optical illusion in this case. Pamitha overhears and joins you. Flying's not for everyone, Sir Knight. This knight heartily concurs, though how anyone at all can stand it, he is yet to understand. Well, let's see. What's it like to swim the waters of the Sea Dominion? Ha! Those glorious murky waters, engulfed in hideous warfare to be sure, but otherwise a joy to cut across, to feel the coolness of the waves beneath one's gill slits and the like. Though this knight is now accustomed to his life above the surface. Flying's just the same, Sir Knight. It resists those of us not born to it. I, in turn, have wondered what your seas are like, but the thought of swimming fills me with disgust. Though I haven't had to swim, and now you have to fly, it's very brave of you, and you handled it better than some harp fledglings I've met in my day. You'll get used to it. She departs, but you sense Sir Gilman is feeling better after the exchange. Sir Gilman gained +1 hope. And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, Pamitha and Jodariel will never have the opportunity to work out their differences. Sad. Magma mug. And a Grier stone. Waking wood wisps from Black Basin, but let's worry about the Beyonder Crystal. Sandra's blasphemy again. What's on your mind, Sandra? Ah, my best friend in all the world, come to visit me again. Does it make you uncomfortable, perhaps, that I should call you thus? Perhaps you think that you do not yet know me very well, but I know you just fine. You reveal a great deal to me when you come visit me like this. You're not the only one who can sense things in others, you know. She laughs to herself. One learns to read a bit when forced to suddenly appear within a book for 837 years or so, especially if one is wont to pry a little. You understand, for it gets rather boring here. I know all about you. A crippled scholar who vowed to help his friends be free again, only to end up spending all his time talking to an apparition stuck in a rock. Oh, I know about your loves, or lack thereof, about your favorite pastimes, certain habits you may be somewhat loath to admit. Fear not, of course. I use this special knowledge only as a means to entertain myself, I think. And if you don't like it, why, just keep your distance, like so many of your predecessors. As for the other Bononders, they are wraiths to me, as I must seem as to all those idiots with whom you consort. I cannot confide as easily in my own kind as I am able to confide in you. But I suppose that I have said too much. Thank you, as ever, for the visit. You have given me a lot to think about. More than you know. Hedwyn wants a trial. Of course, reader. You need but think on who shall be the subject of my trial, and we shall go from there. Hedwyn. Take the shooting star. Ah, alas, Salim's horn. Now useless. Well, functionally useless. Wait, no, Tizo can keep that. Yep. All's well. Got that shoulder smash. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Hedwyn. He must mean that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him. Let's bring him forth. Soon Hedwyn appears and heeded the summons. Hey, my friend, what's going on?
Get in the rock, Hedwyn! Get in there!
Nomads have well-balanced abilities, but no exceptional advantages. How boring. 60. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, boy, you answer to me here. Understood. You are a fool, do not talk back to me. Your reliance on your friends is such a burden upon them. Let us see what you can do without their aid. Save for that of your lovely reader there. Alright, what's the trial? Oh, we got a mirror match! Oh no! That's fine, that's fine. This is salvageable. Gotcha. Sure, fire the orb at me. See if I care. Right, I gotta remember, I have the shooting star. I can hurl the orb. Like an asshole. Oh, crap. Never mind. Oh, crap. No, Shadow Rookie, don't do it. Boom. Crap. No, Shadow Hedwyn, don't. I think he could have gotten in there if he tried. Whew. Ouch. No. Crap. Whew. I do like how the AI isn't. Oh crap. I do like how the AI isn't perfect. Like, obviously, I when I play, I see all the things. Oh, if they had only done this, if they had done that, then they never would have let me go. But they're not perfect, you know? Hedwyn has succeeded. We did it. It seems you did, boy. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Sweet. What's the item? What's the prezi?
What's the prezi? I want it! I want the prezi!
I have a problem. Good to be back after all that. What's that you got there? Goals Bracer. Hedwyn powercasts his aura with greater ease and gains infinite stamina on hit for 2 seconds. Woohoo! To find their mark, Sandra and the Sisters of the Arch first had to circumvent his loyal men-at-arms. Ooh. Tricky business. Survey Highwing Cove. You volunteer to survey the grounds. You prepare to head out, however your companions beat you to it in this case. Take a load off, chum. Hetty and I got this one. They depart, leaving you to rest up. When they later return with nothing much to report, you're feeling better, in the midst of deciding which of your vocations to pursue. Study in private. This afternoon, you feel especially drawn to the Book of Rites. Hope 2. Spirit 2. All night wings gain +2 hope. Yeah. Continue the journey to the nest of Trieste. Woo! Wait, how'd we get there from here? Don't worry about it. We have a magic black wagon. Is it really magic? Yeah, close enough. Oh, who is that in my way?
Huh?
Faye. Faye seems to be talking to the black wagon's walls again, though this time something seems to have come over her.
Gratis lakaran.
Little brother, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? You are unsure whether to check in with her or leave her be. Oh, wait and listen. Would not be here if she lacked the capacity to work through her problems. You sense now is not the time to interrupt, and that Faye is on the verge of confronting some long-dormant emotions which she ought to face.
Kia salamunka.
They always said that there was something wrong with me, but they wouldn't really tell me what. They wouldn't say, they just said I was moon-touched, but so what? Those deemed impaired by Commonwealth standards, or very different in a negative sense. So then the scribes, they called me here. They're the ones who brought me here, not those people. They were so cruel. They always were so cruel. I didn't have a little brother at the time, not one that I recall, really, although so much of it back then, I can't tell how much of it I dreamt. Most of it, I didn't want it to be true. But I remember that they threw me out. They decided they would throw me out and let the scribes take care of me, they said. The scribes. They would take care of me. It was so very quiet here, and I was alone again. Although I think I liked it more. Being alone down here than being alone back there. Everybody's alone down here. So makes me feel less alone somehow. Back there, why? I would sometimes see families, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, but here, there's hardly anyone at all. But I knew that I was closer to the scribes. I knew that they were in the sky above, and I did search for them up there, you know? And then one night, I found them. I saw the stars, and they were falling to the ground, and I thought, why is it the scribes themselves are crying? Are they sad? Are they sad for me? Well, that was when I first saw you, little brother. With your help, I would get closer to the scribes. That way, maybe they could answer all my questions, don't you think? But I'm so very glad I found you and the others. I'm finally not alone. I'm finally not alone, and more importantly, I think sometimes I even feel that way, that I'm not alone. Maybe as we get closer, maybe I will get to feel that way more often, being here or being anywhere with you and all my friends. She falls silent. Though you were concerned for her at first, you sense that now she is at peace. She wanders off, paying you no notice in the least. You sense you have a better understanding of her for now. Faye. Past, moon-touched. Never did know how to handle those who did not fit neatly into its mold. Crime, vagrancy. That's her crime. That's why she was sent into life in exile. A special child, left abandoned, and despite her seemingly simple nature, she possessed a strange affinity for the old ways. One day she was taken in by the authorities, and when she revealed her fixations about the scribes, she was deemed witless. And when no one claimed responsibility for her, she was cast into exile. She wandered aimlessly in search of more clues about the legendary heroes who fascinated her. That is so fucking sad. To the slug market. Hey, you guys, where's your friend? You know, the big one with the horns? Likes frowning and stuff like that? Something happened to her or what? Heard a crazy story. She just flew out of here or something. Anyways, I will sell Solium's horn. It no longer has any purpose to us. It's like a vestigial limb, no longer necessary or important. I'll keep the rest, though. They're good. Good stuff. buy some Stardust? Yeah, certainly. See you guys again sometime soon, okay? Because I gotta say, you're my favorite customer I had all week. Begin the next rite. Expect things to get more difficult from here on out. Here among the monolithic stonework of the nest of Triesta, you await the signal of the stars. There is no sign yet of your expected adversaries, the accusers. Then the little imp Tizo flutters up to you. Tizo cautions that he has some history with Lendl. Tizo seems to be indicating that Lendl has a personal vendetta against him. But before he can explain anything further, the stars begin to call to you. It is time to invoke the Titans. Alright. I know Lendl's game. The last thing I need to do is adjust our Pyre's health. It will give him too much of an advantage. So I will invoke Biolanthius, Dullness, Limbless Airsac. That's 6. Total of 25 experience. Okay. Okay. I'd prefer not to let them have the Tattered Mantle. I want his auras down. Gandroth and the Tattered Mantle do not mix. Although, let's not. I like the setup we got. Don't let him score, am I right? Thankfully, I'm poisoned by outside knowledge, so that will make things a bit easier for us. As you see by Lendl's technique.
Reader, ever persevering, aren't we?
Would you prefer I gave up?
Well then, rejoice, because the cycle of the rites begins anew. Perhaps you'll liberate another soon enough.
Perhaps.
Your chosen adversaries here shall be the accusers. Reduce their flame to ash, just as you did when last you met. Now, who exactly shall oppose them?
Your companions are assembled and ready for the rites to commence. However, there is still no sign of your adversaries, the accusers. The little imp Tizo screeches something, cautioning you all to stay alert. But then someone leaps forth from the shadows. He grabs at his mask. Aha! Caught you, you miserable beast! I knew it. After all this time, I knew that you were still among their ranks! Tizo is angry to have stumbled into an apparent trap laid for him by Lendl. Silence, fiend. You robbed me of my freedom, my dignity. Your evil shall be ended, here and now, and you, Nightwing, shall not deny me thus again. Come then, my accusers, for we face again none other than the spawn of the accursed imp Hooo the Swallow. Let us show him now that he is a disgrace. Tizo whistles something angry back at him. Whatever transpired between him and Lendl in the past, Lendl evidently has not let it go. Would he? It's not really his style. Come, accusers, let us make clear to those fools we are stronger now than ever. You sense Lendl speaks the truth. The accusers are more capable than before. Each time you face a triumvirate, they gain talismans and masteries. Do not underestimate them.
Who shall strive for freedom?
Let's see what they got. Shared tenacity. Lendl and his allies regenerate stamina twice as quickly as usual. Some ashen coal. But more so than that, Vispa and Darben are equipped with living flames. While their Pyre has more health than ours, they'll deal more damage. If we can break their power, we can stop it once and for all. If we fail, that would be bad. That'd be real bad. That's a lot of hope. That's fine. Attribute modifiers. Self-righteous. Funny. Meanwhile, Vispa has martial training and critical strike, as well as Darben. Very well then. To the Nightwings. I hate to rely on Tizo any further, but I believe it'll be important. There we go. I'll have Permatha take the Flame Leash and take the lead. Yes. I believe that will do nicely.
Permatha.
Hopefully taking to the air is more than a problem for them. I believe it's time to bring Rookie in. His glory dives of his. If I can just snipe them, I can hopefully get them into bad positions.
Rookie.
And then... Gilman or Faye? Heightened reflexes and avenging aid. Right. I'm gonna go with Faye on this one. She's damn quick.
Faye.
So hopefully that'll
The
help
choice
us
is
out.
cast.
I don't like the way that Lindell spoke to Tizo. Tizo is my friend. Nightwings, the wicked fiend you serve is an affront. He denied my rightful freedom in my moment of triumph. I shall never forgive him or any of you. Oops, I think I should have fielded Tizo against Lindell. Whoopsie daisy.
Now begin. Poor Lendl. Already does your adversary's flame begin to flicker.
Douse the Pyre without being banished? I can do that.
Now then,
Crap. No, I can't. I'm too bad. Alright.
a shape
Later, me. Goodbye.
blow against
25 points? Someone just fucking destroy me. Nice.
Yes.
40 soul for me. Alright, Faye, lead the way on this one.
It was almost cool.
Oh my god. Sorry, that just took me a bit by surprise. Damn!
Acceptable.
This is bad. This is real bad. Just take it. Just take it. I don't want it.
Mercy show.
Crap. That's bad. That's real bad. This is awful.
The orb.
Crap. Alright, that did not go well for me. Later. Come on. No, no, no. Why is he so fast?
Good luck is all.
Okay,
Alas for Rookie.
Crap. Ho, 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 hey now.
There.
Nice! Give me that flame
Orb
leech.
engulfed in fire.
I need it. I need it. Oh, God! Well then.
So sorry for the wait there, Rita.
Oh my God.
Display.
Alright, one more score and we lose. You soon shall find that we have much, much more where that came from. If you could not, that'd be great. Hello? Oh, righty then. Shut up, voice! I don't need this crap right now.
Glory.
Alright, that's fine. They're only like 50 points up. Whatever, whatever. Alright.
Both banished.
Oh, God. Crap. No, no, no.
Banished each in turn.
Oh, I forget. Okay, alright, alright. Oh my God. Well, that's that.
And it is done. The accusers prevail. Accomplished effortlessly, I might add.
Fuck. They're just so hard to deal with.
Is ended.
Unless you can erode their lead. Tiso is disappointed that Lendl prevailed in the rights and wants to hurry away from him now. Take that, you abominable little beast! Now where did he go? Where did he go, that infernal imp? A monster in disguise, a fiend! Come forth to torment me until the day I die! Lendl storms off in a fury. Tiso appears once the coast is clear, looking rather dejected. But Lendl said before, if Tiso truly is a descendant of Hooo the Swallow, then he has quite the legacy to live up to.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes.
Well, you know, this is alright. It's alright. Why do we lose? To learn how to pick ourselves up. And it wasn't a liberation, so things weren't too far on the line. Faster, stronger, and a little bit better looking, too. I mean, is there anything I can't handle? Keen eye. Explosive temper. I want that explosive temper. That's right, Tamitha wasn't even level 1. Well, Tamitha, soon I'll be catching up to you with this, whether you like it or not. Swift flight? Yes please. Wings of the Matriarch, or Ways of the Highway? Winged Fury. Fell Swoop. When casting Aurora can trigger an aura burst that banishes nearby adversaries. If Tamitha is banished while Winged Fury's effect is active, she returns twice as quickly as usual. Natural superiority. Tamitha permanently gains +4 to quickness, presence, and hope, making her better all around. Sleight of Wing. After saluting her adversaries, Tamitha instantly switches places with her nearest ally? Alright. Shrike Dash. Tamitha can use her dash ability in rapid succession and for less stamina. Ooh. And greater celerity. +8 quickness. Well, I gotta go with celerity. I'm sorry, gang.
Of the eldest matriarch.
I played that game before. Always take celerity.
Until the stars align.
Still, I am a bit disappointed with myself. But we'll have another chance. Another chance to put Lendl in his place. Lendl the Liar. You return to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles failed the right against the accusers and find Volfred waiting for you there. An unfortunate result back there, my boy. But let us focus on the bigger picture now. I have something that I wish to share with you, if you've a moment. We have discussed the plan, of which we are all a part. I have means of measuring our progress towards the goal. I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rites may take us next. Fair enough. Look forth. I expect you shall again see several shining stars, where once you saw but one. The scribe's stars beckon. Who will we face now? At goal, Leith, or Jamur? Several shining stars, a trick of the eye or the will of the scribes. Well, who can say? I too once gained this newfound vision many years ago, following my first liberation rite, and I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift. I realize that in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each rite, we in turn influence which triumvirate we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. The object I invite you to use contains further detail. Henceforth, you may use Volfred's planner to see your current progress. Look upon it now. I see. Using Volfred's planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal, as well as check the current standings of your adversary. Volfred shall keep this information up to date for the remainder of your quest. You may look over it now or anytime in the Black Wagon or while searching the stars. So, favor is how you determine who has the standings and who will enter the next liberation. Rights till the next liberation? Well, who can say? Additional exiles required? 1. Looks like we're missing some people. Who could it be? Total rights conducted? 9. Only 2 losses. One against the dissidents and the other against the accusers. Probability of success for Volfred's plan, 29%. Not so hot right now. The accusers were below the Pyre Hearts before they defeated us. The Pyre Hearts are 2 and 7, by the way. The Tempers have lost all of their favor. They're on the downswing. The Chastity and the Essence are on downswings as well, which I hope to continue. Trust me, what the Essence pull in the Liberation Rite is dastardly. But let's not worry about that. The Withdrawn and the Dissidents are on the rise. That being said, we can use this to influence who we have to face, and therefore perhaps losing could be an advantage in any event. Let us worry now about who we will face. Fate and Melith. I prefer not to face Dalbert Oldheart. I would like to face him in the Liberation more so than anything. Jomur. Oh, it's always fun to pick on the Pyre Hearts. Let's not risk challenging the Essence. They're on the downswing. Let's let them stay that way. So let's face Sir Deluge, not Lord, at the Spring of Jomur. Is this night to understand that we shall soon confront Sir Deluge and the Pyre Hearts once more? And this is to be a most exciting time. This knight's one-time commanding officer, imagine, if you will, a worm without the slightest trace of bravery. Sir Gilman then recants his tale of Sir Deluge's past, and how it is that they wound up together in the downside. Sir Deluge, a worm knight of the Sea Dominion and former ally of Sir Gilman, he lacks the sort of courage for which his kind is known, yet somehow leads the Pyre Hearts anyway. Some worms born under the Sea Dominion's waters sought life's meaning on dry land. The Commonwealth recognized their chivalrous traditions and soon put them to use. Sir Deluge was just another bit of frontline fodder in the war against the Highwing Remnants, yet time and again he distinguished himself for one simple reason: he would not die. His unusual instinct for self-preservation kept him safe in many battles, and over time he was repeatedly promoted for lack of any real competition. Oh god, this is why you do not promote based on age, but on merit. Then in the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum, when retreat certainly was not an option, Sir Deluge retreated anyway. This was the breaking point, and he at last was sentenced to exile. Jeez. In the downside, he sought water, where he met contact with Sir Gilman and other members of his kind. They all saluted him as their superior. The other knights had little choice but to respect his rank. As the Pyre Hearts, they conduct the rites in the name of their great hero, the Under King Ores, while adhering to their strict code. This knight may not have failed quite so miserably on the battlefield of Spiral Sanctum had his entire regiment not turned into disarray after Sir Deluge fled. Perhaps by confronting his former commander, this knight's own honor may be regained in part. For now, however, this knight must beg your leave. You say goodnight to Sir Gilman in turn. There is no time to make flight preparations now, though in the morning you will press on once again. Who is in the Black Wagon for us? Tizo. Oh, also Volfred's planner will tell us what Volfred is doing. Howdy, Tizo. Tizo has seemed somewhat less cheerful since his run-in with Lendl and the accusers. He approaches you, wanting for you to hear him out. Tizo seems unhappy about something Lendl said to him. Tizo understands full well why Lendl is angry with him. While Tizo does not like Lendl as a person, he recognizes nonetheless that he denied his freedom. It was a liberation rite. He did what he felt necessary, and he wanted to help his friend go free. Nonetheless, he still feels a certain guilt and regrets that the rites force exiles into such situations. He falls silent for a while. Whether the 8 scribes ever intended for imps such as he to participate in the rites firsthand is difficult to know for certain. Then, Tizo is grateful to you for listening. He knows the scribes created the rites with good intentions. He promises to keep doing his best to live up to the legacy of the scribes. He bounds up into the rafters with some of the other drive imps. Regardless of whether he's truly a descendant of Hooo the Swallow, surely the scribes would have been proud of him. Well, I think so. In any event, that'll do for this episode of Let's Play Pyre. If you liked what you saw, hit like. If you want to continue the adventure, please hit subscribe. And if you think that what I do is really keen, you can send me a couple bucks monthly on Patreon. And I can use that money to do fantastic, amazing things, like make more videos, start streaming, hire an artist to do cool shit, and do the coolest thing I can think of. Stop losing. But until then, good night, everyone.